What's up? This is Six Leaf Clover Fire here, and this is officially the second week of Down the Ladder completed. This is episode 14, and I am very excited for this episode. I feel like I played very well in yesterday's game. The only issue is that I hung a mate in one during the end game because my king simply didn't have any squares to go to. Because of their strong pawn structure and their rook. So I have learned that pretty much the only thing I'm taking away from that game is that I need to look out for getting mated in the end game. Even if I'm winning the end game, and even if it's not like a back rank mate, you see what I mean? So I don't really feel like I need to analyze it a second time. I feel like I can just jump into a game, and I'm really excited. I also am meeting with my chess coach Solomon today for the first time since I started the series, so that'll be exciting. Let's get into it. I've been working on the Trumpowski. I feel like I'm probably gonna be playing a Semislav for some reason. Nope. I just realized I respond with d5 every time. Whether it's again e4 or d4. Okay, so this is actually my... this is what my coach actually plays against the Scandi. Now, of course, I have some options. I can go after this pawn, which would also cause the knight to hang. I'll probably just do that, and that's not a horrible structure, but it's not really ideal. However, something like this I know would be a mistake. I don't remember specifically why. So I have options. I can kick this way. Just need a little bit of time to think right now. And hitting it with the bishop's fine. So look out for pins and needles. I don't really like the move I just played simply because of the bishop. But it's not horrible. This first. I can also kick again later and just take a big center. I think I think that's what I'm gonna end up playing. Something like that. Yep, kind of figured that would happen. Here. I'm gonna look for crazy like sacrifices for my opponent. But I think that's a completely valid move. I'm gonna look out for really weird moves my opponent can play like this. Because that would just fork. See what I mean? I think going for the bishop pair would be great. Also hits e4. They still. Oh, they can. The issue is they can play. Well, no, they can't play e5 actually. I have this. Yeah. Okay. Now, like I was saying though, I'm pretty sure I can just fork. So, like I mentioned, watching, oh, that actually works. But it really baits a huge weakness on my opponent. Also, if had they played that, then that works. So now I can probably retreat my queen all the way back. Now that I've baited that weakness. All the way back. My opponent has a really awkward pawn structure. I can take more space. Interesting game. I think playing e5 probably would have been best for them. They haven't. They don't have an outpost because it just doesn't work. I feel like I'm missing things. I really like that move. No way he can really remove it. Yeah, my dark squared bishop is bad. Bad bishop. He might just play f4. I think I'm gonna castle queenside. Which is not uncommon for the Scandinavian. But okay. But definitely uncommon for this variation of the Scandi, I feel. I actually really like just hitting there because I have a pen now. And that is too slow. If he does that, I can just take. I'm just looking for nice posts for my knight. I can try to castle pretty much any time. If I castle queenside, I feel like I have to be very careful. This knight's pretty horrible. I can just jump in with my knight. The king will probably have to come forward. Take. Oh, this pawn's hanging, actually. Which is great. And this pawn is pinned, so I'm just grabbing a pawn, hitting the rook. Great stuff. Coming in. Yeah, that move's played. It's nice. I can grab a knight if I want. Now his king cannot come forward. So just jumping in with an attack with my knight I think is great. Or just capturing. Nice. Just jump in. Try to win this pawn as well. Oh, okay. That works. Uh Hmm. I could probably slide my queen over as well. I don't know how they deal with that. Seems like a hard move to kind of deal with. Because if push, then I just capture. If nothing, then mate. I has to play. Well, I can't even play that because of my knight. I have a strong bishop. Yeah, will be my move. I'm just hitting a lot. Everything's protected. I'm up a pawn. Life's good. Life is good. Threatening mate in a few ways, actually. Here or here. And I am also just simply up a pawn. I'm not quite convinced with my play here, though. I don't feel like I played as well as I should have. Yeah, that works. Except, you know, it's creating more weaknesses for my opponent. Even just trying to trade that off would be fantastic. Anchoring. All that is great. I think this castle and queenside, or even playing something like f5 is great, but I need a minute. If the queen can kind of, yeah, all his pieces are kind of just clogged up. Both of these are currently undefended. Currently, but I don't have to worry too much because the knights can't get to them. No pawns can get to them. I can give them both an outpost at the same time, and I think things are pretty good. Okay. Problem is, oh, that doesn't work for them, does it? Or for me, does it? Because that pawn's no longer pinned, so. Okay. So my opponent has equalized material, but can rip up in lines to his king. Even something like that's nasty because it hits. X here. Case. I feel like the queen's gonna have to come in somehow. Okay. It's dropping back one square. Yeah, I've paralyzed my opponent pretty well. I like there's definitely a lot of misses though. They win back a pawn, but I don't know if I really care. It seems actually really bad for them. How do they stop if I go here and here? How do they stop that? So here, just run. I can just run away. So grabbing the pawn, hitting the knight. It's a nice fork. Again, I'm not super happy with how I played this game. I feel like if I win, that would be great. I also have to be careful if I castle this bishop will hang. Okay, yeah. Oh, that solves their issues, doesn't it? My opponent's playing well. Oh, you know what? I might have a brilliant move. What about just capturing? Because that work? That works. That might be a brilliant move right there. If so, that would be my first brilliant move on the show. Yep. And then I just capture the rook. That bishop didn't move the entire game. This is why I'm 1000. And of course, I'm going to lose the game because I'm down so much material. Just like that. Like a blink of an eye. Suddenly lose. I say suddenly, but of course, that's my own fault. Yeah, this game was a mess. So Blunder. Yeah, there's nothing I can do at this point. I could just resign, but why not just try? Why not try? I'm already here. I'm already recording. Yeah, I've played completely horribly this game. Honestly, really embarrassing. And then yesterday's game was horrible. We really are going down the ladder. That's amazing. I created such a good title. I'm gonna still look for ways to win though. I mean, they're only up an entire rook in material. And that's it. Trying to infiltrate, just take this pawn. How do some people make chess just look so easy, like Levy? It's crazy. Everything's protecting each other. Yeah, why not? I'm not convinced there's any reason why I should keep playing, but I'm going to. Maybe I'll mess up. Not that it matters. Well, it doesn't matter because he just grabs that. I'm sure my opponent's going to be happy for the free elo. I know I sure would. Oh, that just picks up. Alright, good game. Let's analyze it. Closed Scandinavian's really boring in my opinion. Probably could have just done that. Get a structure like that. How do I go from a position like this to one where I just lose? It is so unbelievably frustrating. That works way better. Okay. Yeah, it works way better than what I did. I was like, oh, this will be brilliant. Because I thought the rook would be undefended, and I thought if this, then this forks, and I would end up winning material. But forgot about the bishop. So it's just a blunder. And then the rest of the game isn't even worth talking about. It's just nonsense. So let's see how I did. See how my opponent did. Okay, 63.1% accuracy. I played at a 900 level, so worse than what I'm actually rated right now. And my opponent played exactly how they were supposed to. All this is completely fine. Only move that works. Attack. Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, I just kind of moved my queen back and forth a few times. H6. F4, another mistake, so it drops the pawn. Or just jumping in immediately, like I was talking about. And somehow there's a mate in 3 here, which I would not have seen. Oh, well, no, that's not a fork. Never mind. Oh, that just drops the knight. That was the move. Okay, I made one. Alright. So grab a pawn, jump in. Go over here, that's good. Oh, this is good, that's fine, that's good. Fine. Mistake. D3. That looks so weird. I don't know how I would have ever seen D3. Okay, this. Inaccurate. Mistake. Queen H3. Then they just run. Stockfish is having an aneurysm, I think. Sweet. Blunder. Thought it was brilliant. Mistake. And then the game's over. I must stop looking for brilliant moves, I think, y'all. Because there's no point. Yes, I am sad. I am disappointed. But that is the way chess goes. And I might be stuck at 1,000 for a few years until I, get things figured out. Worse games. But tomorrow's a new day. The whole point of the series is getting back up. And moving on. Getting back up, moving on. This game, taught me not to hang my queen in one move. But I feel like I've learned that lesson a million times, you see. So, yeah, I don't know. All right. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to be more excited to come back tomorrow and hopefully win a game. Or, just even play well. If I can just play well, that would be fantastic. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.